Okay,
Hi there.
great.
Very good
Hi,
morning.
Siddesh. Very good morning, सिद्धेश यार तुम तो जाके दौड़ लिए 3 hours 30 minutes इतने पेस में and I had to run behind you to catch you. देखो यार सिद्धेश what you're doing to
Oh,
me. How
oh
are
my
you?
God. So once,
So
Prerna,
great to have
thank
you.
you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Really appreciate. And yes, we can surely catch up. 3:30 doesn't seem a big challenge. You will surely make it. For
I
you.
hope so because looks like you are going to train me and inspire many others also to run as fast as you.
Surely, that's what we should do as a runner or any fitness person. We should have to. You should surely inspire others, and and make others' life more beautiful.
Okay, Siddesh. So I have been talking about Sidhesh Pandit, and you have also been hearing, listening to me. Tell us who Sidhesh
Yes.
Pandit is. Sidhesh Pandit, 39-year-old,
So,
professional from Pune, from couch potato to going fab. Tell us your journey.
uh, so it's been a long journey. I would consider myself as an aspirating runner, which means that I run and I visit gym frequently. So I try and balance both gymming and running, and I'm loving it. So it's been fun achieving those running targets and building muscles. It's great, and really happy about it that I have this opportunity to do both the activities, and it's quite possible. And no human is limitless, as we see the tagline which is rolling across. So yes, it's quite possible. So great, enjoying it.
You're enjoying it, but when you starting is the most difficult part of it. And from that moment when you made that decision, what was going through your head when you were sitting on the couch, or you said one day, I'm going to be fit? And what did you do?
Correct. So it's, as I said, it's been a long journey. As a child, I was, very active and slim, but over the years, with taking up a job, a desk job, we try to lose the focus, and it's quite difficult to get our asses moving and get into fitness. So it's been a long journey. It started with initial walks, and then slowly you meet wonderful people around. And they help you to reach to your goal. So running came first, and then eventually with strength training, and then gymming. So it's been a long journey. I remember the journey started with small walks around, and then running for a kilometer or two, and then marathons, and now the sky is the limit, and enjoying it. So that's great.
How many years have you been running? And where, when you say sky is the limit, what is your next goal?
Uh, so I've categorically, to my coaches about it. As of now, I'm focusing on being a strength athlete, which means having more endurance under my belt, aiming for some faster runs. Specifically 10K odds, but looking at a very decent timing to achieve. And working towards it, and maybe 5 to 10 years down the line, getting into ultra, which the Indian India has a good scope for ultra running. So just want to get speed under my belt, and then venture distances. So getting fitter and stronger to do those mileage is been the success statement rather for me. So walking on that.
So when you talk about your success statement, the first question that I asked you, when did you start running? How many years has it been now?
Okay, it's been now 6 years. Okay. So 6 years, it's been a long time that gradually from a 5K, then to a 10K, then a half marathon to a marathon, and then a 50K. So 6 years is been the span. So my running age is 6 years. You can say that.
Your running age is 6 years, but fitness makes you look maybe 10 years younger. So when you were overweight
True,
and when
true.
you look at yourself now, what age do you think you are mentally and physically when you look at yourself?
Correct. I see, the world is an image. I would like to share something, and I keep on saying, when you start running, you really shrink in size, and people tell you that, क्या सूखते जा रहा है, you will just melt down or गायब हो जाएगा. So I always tell them, it's been a transition where kids in my area when they actually tell, from uncle to bhaiya. So that's the achievement. And
Wow.
yes, being over being overweight is something brings a lot of challenges. You don't feel good, you know, and everything goes for a toss. Your focus, your anxiety levels go up, your digestion is taken for a toss. So yes, 39 is my age. I think I look a little bit younger. That's what people say that. But it's good to be, fit. And everyone who's watching this or will be watching it later, I would, request them to, get into it. It's a difficult thing, but it's not impossible. If I can do it from a couch potato to a 3:30 marathoner, I think yes, everybody can do it, and you should. And you can. It's a process which you have to enjoy, and it's worthwhile doing it. You need to try it, and it is possible. Yeah,
When it comes to your journey is not just about you, but like you mentioned, it's about inspiring people around you. Now, your family has also been an inspiration, I'm sure, because they must have motivated you. Who all are there in your family, and what
correct.
do they say about your journey?
See, inspiration comes in different ways. A smile from your mother gives you inspiration. A pat on the back from a father gives you an inspiration. And when your parents talk about, your success to others, it feels proud. It feels good that that it's worthwhile doing it. Uh, but motivation wise, I have always been a self motivator, I would say. uh, I believe that motivation is something you need to manage it well, and look for various opportunities inside you to be motivated, because motivation should not limit you. But it feels great, my family's been really supportive. When I say family, it I also mean the running community around, been very supportive. We have Gaurav sir, who's really helped me well. Currently, I'm getting trained under Shishir sir. So these people are fantastic, and all my run buddies who are there, who run with me on different things. So they're all supportive, and it really blesses my day.
So inspiration comes in different forms. I really like the way you said that, because sometimes it's not just about people who run with you, but even others who are there to support you in every which way, and that inspires you. I'm going to take a question here for you, which is that when it comes to running, how important is workouts when you're talking about strength training, and can you do body weight home workouts, or do you look at really hardcore workouts with a lot of weights? What would you suggest? And how many days in a week
I
would
I
you
see
need
I
to
see.
commit?
No, yeah. So I think we need to do both, because we are as we are working professionals, we'll have to manage both. So whenever you have time, you go to the gym. Whenever you have crunch in time, you do home workouts. And don't limit yourself to a schedule. Rather, schedule is very much important, but days where you cannot make it to the gym, I work out at home. Days when I do not go for a run, I do some strength workouts at day. So I manage both. So I would suggest, don't limit yourself. Get the best of whatever is available, and that's been the success.
So the best of what is available. How easily available was it to you when say COVID struck and people were there at home? And today, sometimes when people have to have the option of only working out at home, not really going out to the gym. How would you really say one should motivate themselves? You're a self motivator, but for people to get that motivation, what is your advice?
I would say, break down your goal. Everybody has a goal, these days you see, various famous personality having six packs, let it be cricketer, let it be a movie star or whatever, six pack has become a trend. Getting from a couch potato to a six pack would looks difficult, but I would say, have smaller goals, as good as, doing like 10 pull-ups, 20 pull-ups, or just some crunches or some on-spot jogging or some stretches. You can start with that. Have smaller activity goals, which will help you to get into a habit of doing it, and then it follows, because once you start liking it, you will obviously venture into various aspects, these days, which are available. There are various online coaches, there are apps, so you have to keep trying. So motivation wise, you'll have to think that every small step taken and which is achieved uh, really helps you to make a bigger picture. So I would say, fitness is like a puzzle. You have to take one cube at a time and see where it fits in, and better it fits in, better you are expert at resolving a puzzle.
All right. And how do you reward yourself? Say you've done a great workout or you've achieved a good timing at a marathon. What is the reward that you give yourself? Is it a cheat day or you can eat your favorite food? Is it a dinner out with your family? Is it buying something that you've wanted to say, a great pair of shoes for your next run? What do you do? How do you reward yourself? Because I think rewarding oneself is important.
Correct, correct. I think we as runners, see, it's just not about success. It's about many times failures also needs to be rewarded because you have put in a lot of effort. So, touching upon a little bit of recovery part, because these rewards are, pulling you back from your training and, having a time off, so that, whatever you've broken your body, you've broken your muscles, and recovery is the key to, perform the next time. So it's a combination of all, whatever is there for the day, maybe shopping or going out for a movie or a vacation or whatever. So you need to first feel happy of whatever you've done, maybe you've achieved or not achieved, but being happy and contented that you had this opportunity to at least make it there and perform. And so rewarding is very much so mentally rewarding is something you'll have to first focus on, which I do. These days you journal. I journal a lot, where I write down what went right, what went wrong. So you know rewarding comes in various ways, and I ensure that are rewarded for every success and par success as well.
I'm just going to ask you one last question before we go, and that question is that people think ki if you're into fitness, that means you cannot eat, say, food like say biryani or say a plate of chow mein and maybe crispy baby corn or something which most people think that runners don't eat and they eat only healthy food. But when you decided to lose those 20 kgs, how did you do it? Because to motivate yourself to do it in the right manner with nutrition and fitness, how was that journey? If you can tell people, because it's important to lose weight the right way.
Correct. So, there are various ways to do it. It's a quite debatable topic, and there are many experts. Though I'm not a nutritionist, but what as a human being I've understood is a calorie is a calorie, and that has worked for me. So may not work for everyone, but I have understood that a calorie is a calorie. So if you are into a calorie deficit all the time, then what you want to achieve. it is quite possible. So you have to, manage your dopamine response when it comes to, rewarding yourself with a cheat day, or, compensating by doing partial fasting, or looking at alternatives food which are less caloric. For example, if you like a biryani, you can, make it less oily, or maybe make it with less of fat, so that you are contented at the end of the day of having that meal, but the calorie which you have taken are lesser. So it'll come with time. It's not a day's job, and for me to answer it, it will, it will take much more time. But in a short, I would say, a calorie is a calorie. I would just tell people to, there are various apps available based on your body weight and height. You get into your daily calorie requirement and try and match it. And then once you think, you are good to go. So I say that, you have to be trainable first to achieve goals. So get into a trainability where you understand certain basics about yourself, and which will be unique to your own self, because this human body is so complicated, and I would be different from someone else. So you have to know yourself, what food is good for you, what food is not. So to sum it up, know yourself, know your superfoods. A superfood for someone may not be a superfood for you. So take it slow, and be consistent about it. And yes, you can make yourself into a wonderful human being, which you already are.
That's so inspiring when you said that, Siddesh, that you are, an inspiring and wonderful human being like you already are. And it's about taking that next step. Thank you so much, Siddesh, for joining us today. And like Siddesh took that first step and then the next step and many more miles to go before he decides that the sky is the limit and maybe I can go further. It's about starting. And that is why we have Siddesh here today to tell you that it is about people like you and me who inspire one another, but first inspire ourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope
Thank you.
that you follow the Endura Facebook page and Instagram handle as well. And we'll come to you with many more talks because inspiring stories should never go unnoticed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great
Thank
Sunday.
you. Thank you. Have a nice Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you.